Kubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Motors. I am Tata Punch. Price starting at 5.80 lakhs. Ringkat bat ka net foodish. Ordar mapi nginwan ra amangi hakir dob yeng jongpi.
So as not to take
Jaraiñ udah jingtung bagi khasi kiju sotanat bahaban shed jinta hakir kom baper ban menta ka kanti ke Institute of Hotel Management Shillong hakas ngi tho ding ka khandai tarik unai lur arjar arpuat kala Pynpaw nam yo new jingtung hakatamasa ba arsngi ya ka balak tep kung ka Meghalaya Buckwheat Global Showcase arjar arpuat kani ka long ru ka sin baning kong ban Pynpaw nam yo new jingtung ubajumi kenrei ba hakani gejala Hakani kasni officer jang sarkar Japan hapok jingalam jung Ministry ke Economics and Development ka Hokugo Kyoko bat ka First Secretary jang ka Food and Agriculture ka Iko Watanabe Nongshat na kalengari bat na katahan chatay lamingi kle shimenta man shat sarwa hagarukom ka paper yaw Jaraiñ la sakhilang yakani katamasa do Deputy Chief Whip ka sarkar jalao ba pinya sing CM ubalalong kum kongsan hakani kasni Chairman jang Farmers Commission UKN Kumar.
Number one, to enhance
put so much pain to bring the teams here, and especially to the executors at the moment's notice, together with Sir K. and Kumar, actually put forth this idea of restaurant. Thank you.
Because I think the climate is a bit similar. It's not too hot, and sometimes in the winter time it goes down to 2-3 degrees. What I heard. So with that, maybe the plants are growing in somehow similar way. And this is a mountainous place, and it's very good for buckwheat farming. So that's what I found as the first impression. And I would like to say, well, I'm lucky to be here because my ambassador couldn't make it because he's going to another trip. And well, my ambassador says that when the invitation was extended to him, he said, well, you have to go. So with this luckiness, I am here. And why he's so, stick to this this showcase is that, of course, he himself likes buckwheat noodle a lot, as Mr. Kumar has already mentioned. So this is very common thing. The many Japanese people like buckwheat noodle, and we consume it very regularly. And I myself had a buckwheat noodle before the day before, 2 days before the departure to the India. So this is a very common thing. So buckwheat is it is part of Japanese culture. So my ambassador said that, well, it is impressive to see the farming of buckwheat in Meghalaya state. So it is, somehow there is a possible potential is there. And I see here that the more encouraging thing that Japanese specialist is already cooperating with the farmers and trying to transfer some kind of technology. And this is also a very good point. So I heard that the farming of buckwheat in Meghalaya is have restarted very recently, but it will maybe become a very important part of the Japan and whole India economic cooperation. And I'd like to say one thing about the national level cooperation on Northeast region. We have so-called SDINE, which is Sustainable Development Initiative for Northeast region. And this is agreed by the Japan and India's prime ministers last year. And under this initiative, Japan is trying to enhance the cooperation with the Northeast region. So in this context, I'd like to see more enhanced cooperation in the field of buckwheat.
Due to its low glycemic index, buckwheat is now being widely recommended by nutritionists to prevent lifestyle-induced diabetes. We are aware that there is a huge pent-up demand for buckwheat globally, and there is a corresponding need to increase its production in our country. India is currently importing buckwheat and any local production which will help us save valuable foreign exchange. Several value-added products of buckwheat, especially soba noodles, are a popular products in the country. Learning that Meghalaya's climate conditions are suitable for buckwheat, we have started taking interest in this crop and began our trial at the KVK Upper Shillong 3 years ago. After several trials, the Farmers Commission has worked out the ideal time for planting and is in the process of perfecting the agronomic practices across the state in various regions. We now have the conviction and confidence that we will be able to scale up the production of the crops as and when the demand picks up. We want to expand area gradually because we also will have to calibrate our production with the market demand. I am particularly happy that there is a significant participation of the Japanese at this event because Japan is the largest importer of buckwheat in the world. I am also aware that when His Excellency, the Japanese ambassador, visited Shillong earlier, a brief presentation was made to him about Meghalaya's buckwheat initiative, and a sample of our produce was also handed over to him. I am pleased that the Japanese ambassador has taken interest and has sent his Minister Economics, Ms. Kyoko Hokigo, his first Secretary Agriculture, Mr. Wanabe, and others. Their presence here only reaffirms our conviction that there is a huge future of buckwheat, not just in our country, but globally. And I also recall that government of Meghalaya and Japan very close and in a very positive relationship where most of the developmental activities in the state which has been carried out in the past years, which most of those projects, especially developmental projects like roads and others, funded by Japanese companies. Very happy to be here and to unveil this buckwheat showcase. As we have seen, many stalls, and I wish all the farmers, all the traders a success in their business, in their trades, in the days and months and years to come. Ban ai kublai kerpang ya ki paiba ki badan hangni kerpang namta jompi kum ki nong rap ki bawan na ki shnong bat na ki dong bat na ki district bapero pher hakani ka jila Meghalaya ka jungi ki bawan ban ye shim menta hakani ka buckwheat program ka bala penlong menta ka sngi daga jinga trailang jong ki officers ki badan haka farmers commission jong sarkar jala Meghalaya ban pli kani ka weipat kalat kamai ban kentiu ya kayo kakot jong ki nomrep ki jongi hakani ka weipat ke benta deitang menta kasngi banga sapoi hangni banga tip syapam ni Buckwheat but ondang lawat ngalap meneng asyong ha assembly session ngawat wei ta Buckwheat ngawat ngalap badi Jaraiñ lap dakisnam menshwa ngakan mau ngan syu thu khana iwe jing thu khana barit ihman bahe do jungi syu stenat pa ban yalam kai ngi ki para ban le outing ban le kai sya bakham sya jangai na sor bat ngira iki khiu ja ngira khiu jenta ban ya syat chikita ki chaka bat phitip hakawei na ka jingle syangkai ka jungi ngidep ban syat ya ka ja bat ngimnon jhur ngikhet yu ni usla Jaraiñ bat ngi syat lang bol unitit klau bat kiwei bangi ai so jayur bat lada bam yu tau jingbam jingta bangamla syu ban e ban kenyo na maka jingbang palat jong ni Jaraiñ tangkat tang atip syapang Jaraiñ rementa kasngi kelapen pli ka khmat ke jongi pleng bal lingba uni usla Jaraiñ ubami ban phu ni kisintiu le ban sadan ni kishieng bala ban teliat ikini shieng ban mi kini ki jingbam ki bantei ya ka dukhat met jungi kum ki brio ila isngo shibun ban iba ken kumar ibla pen sngo hangi ki jingmentoi kabangila ban yo na ni Buckwheat bat nganga so bakane kala dei sakawei pakaransan ban kentiu ya kayo kakot jong kinongrep hakajala jungi nakawek kadran syakawei pat but hakani kapor ngasoban ai kuble kerpang ye phi kum kinongrep ki bawat na ki district na ki jaka ba phero pher ba phinang la ban treshitom kumba kas thong jo sarkar kadon banang penbun ya kani karukam rep bat nakaliang jungi ru ngasoban ong ngilong ki bakloi ban ya trailang bat phi kinongrep hakani constituency lene syabaru ki badan shisha ya kataka potential bangila ban penmi bon yuni Buckwheat.
Since 2014, our country has been plagued by divisive forces. TMC is in Meghalaya with a mission to empower the people, uphold the ethnic cultures and traditions, celebrate the sacred land. To oust the proxy BJP government from Meghalaya, be the change, support TMC by calling on 96877 96877.